I have heard some men complain out there and saying, sijui nini, naingia anavaa t-shirt imeandikwe ukimwi inaua. How should they dress?
I would say loungewear. Loungewear is something that you can wear like indoors. You don't have to wear like promotion t-shirts.
Hello and good evening. It is 28th January, year 2022, and we are grateful to God for bringing us this far. We have come to the end of January. And you know what? We are coming to the end of January in style. Yes, this is Couples Will Show, and this is where we write down our love when we are alive, for we don't want our love story to be read when we are gone. Neither do we want our love story to be read when we are 6 feet under. And that is why we always gather here every Friday, and I bring different people to come and tackle different topics, and also I bring couples who come to share their journey with us. And next month, you know, we are having Valentine's. It is called the month of love. How well are you prepared for the month of love? And great things are happening. We are planning for a couples dinner. Oh yeah. And so you need to register and be part of this. Who have fun, lots of food, and of course who have great speakers who will come to speak great things concerning the marriage life. My name is Willie Kinyash, and out there they call me the Undisputed, and it is always a pleasure having you on board. You know what? Tonight I have an amazing guest. And what are we discussing? We're going to talk about fashion in marriage. Yes, I have heard some men complain out there and saying, sijui nini, naingia anavaa t-shirt imeandikwe ukimwi inaua. We have the right person who will come and help us how we need to dress. And her name is Julie Adhiambo. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Good to have you here.
Good to have you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you too.
Yes. And I can see some young men in the house. They are very much excited.
I can bet, yeah.
Yes. So, karibu sana.
Thank you.
And kindly you can introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay. Hello, my name is Julie Adhiambo. I am a fashion and style consultant. I help women and men alike dress better, look better, feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're here to help us know how to dress, even in our marriages.
Yes, it's
there
very
are some
essential.
women wearing some things, and you wonder, is this a thing or a dress or a cloth? What is this? And so, as you talk about fashion in marriage, maybe the first question should be, why is it important to dress appropriately?
Well, firstly, I think it's very essential because fashion and dressing is part and parcel to one's identity. So to dress appropriately, it really drives a message, not only to you, but also to the people around you. And it creates an impression. Like if you go somewhere for the first time, someone will remember you maybe by what you wore or how you looked. So it's very important to dress appropriately because it also boosts your confidence and like it gives you empowerment as a person. Yes.
And how do I look?
You look good. You look coordinated. I can see the contrast, the print. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Kudos to my wife. Thank you, Jane.
She's doing a good job.
Asante sana. And maybe there's someone who is watching this show, and she's wondering, as you're talking about how to dress appropriately, how then do I dress appropriately? What are some of the things do I need to check at? So
there are a couple of things that you need to look at when you're dressing. And the first and foremost is your body shape.
Body shape?
Yes.
I hope you're taking notes. Your body shape.
Yeah, so your body shape is very vital to the kind of clothes you wear because it will determine the fit of the garment. If you are slender, if maybe you're top heavy, bottom heavy, it's very essential you know like which body type you fall under. It will help you to know the right clothes to wear. Second of all is the occasion.
Occasion.
So where you're going really matters when you're dressing. If you're going to church, if you're going to a dinner, you're not going to wear the same things. If you're staying at home, you're not going to wear the same clothes. So you also need to know where you're going and the kind of people you're going to interact with. It's going to determine like what you're going to wear. Then the other thing is quality. The quality of the garment. It speaks a lot. And last but not least, it's your age.
Before we go to age, let's talk about quality. When you talk about quality, what do you mean?
Like the quality of the garment, how it was made, how it's been finished. Like there are very small details. Even when you see like the big brands out there, the clothes are very simple, but it's just like a well fitted, like well done cloth. It really speaks a lot on your overall style. So you find like someone who's worn a suit that has been, you know, tailor-made, you can see like this person looks really sharp. But if, let's say the garment wasn't done well, maybe the stitching wasn't correct and all that, or the quality of the fabric is lower, like it really downgrades the look of a person. Yeah.
And how do I know the good quality of a garment? I've gone to a shop, I'm shopping for my clothes. How do I know this is the right quality?
You look at the finishing first of all. So a garment can be cheap, but if it's been finished well, like it will look really good. Like for instance, the mtumba or thrifted clothes. You find some of them, they're clothes that have been made by big brands. It's only that they're secondhand. But when you look at it, it's been done really, really well. And even the fabric, you know, the fabric really determines how long you're going to wear this cloth for. Because some clothes you may wash, it will fade. Maybe it will come out. Maybe it has a print, it washes off, or like the seams come out. So you need to be really cautious especially when you're buying clothes. That you buy something quality and you buy the best quality you can afford. You know, not everyone can afford the high end, but you buy the best quality that you can afford. And the good thing is that we have really good made in Kenya brands. There's so many imports that are coming in, like they're flooding the market, and most of them they are mass produced. So like even the quality of the garment is not really good, but even for the same price, you can find a locally made outfit that will serve you for years and years to come. Yeah.
Wow, lovely. Let's go to the age.
Well, I can say it's not a real factor. I think age is like a celebration of where you are in life, because with age also comes the evolution of style, like of interests. So it's more about where you are in life and the kind of message you're trying to put across. So age is just, well, but a number, but it's more about where are you at that age. Maybe you have kids, you want to look a certain way. There's some things that you're not comfortable wearing. You can't wear the same thing you wore maybe when you're in campus, when you're married. Like with that evolution, like you see where you are and you adapt your style to match where you are in life.
What about color?
Color, yes. It's not a main thing, but it's definitely very important.
You know, I've seen some ladies wearing some colors, and you might think it's a walking flower. So color?
Yeah, color is important. Also, there's something called the psychology of color. Like I can perceive something by the color of it. So for instance, let's say you are going for an interview. If you wear red, you're perceived as maybe passionate or like, you know, fierce. If you wear blue, you're like authoritative. If you wear yellow, you're fun, energetic.
Oh.
Yeah. So like there are very small things, but they really speak a lot. Or for instance, even for a man, wearing a suit, a black suit and a blue suit, like they convey very different messages. For instance, like black is very, it's, you know, power, and sometimes it comes off as intimidating. But blue, however, it's a bit, it's authoritative, yes, but it's more approachable. So even let's say like you're conducting an interview, it's advised you wear something that, you know, you look more approachable than being too serious.
Wow.
So it's actually a lot. It also depends on, there's something in style we call your undertone, your skin undertone. You find that some people look better in gold jewelry, some look better in silver jewelry. So there's the science of color and how it plays into our dressing. So the good thing that you need to do is to find out which colors suit you best, or where you're going, which colors would you wear that would drive the, you know, the correct message or something like that. Yeah.
There's something happening in 21st century in our days, and not in our days. We didn't used to see some of these things, the way colors are being used, and you'll find a color blending in another, and you're like, how on earth can this, I mean, let's talk about the issue of blending colors.
So color is, we have three main colors, like the primary colors, and all the other colors are derived from the three main colors. So we have something called a color wheel. You have colors that are analogous. We have colors that are contrast in the color wheel. Like let's say blue and orange. For analogous, we have something like the shades of red, or maybe like the colors that are closer to red, like pink. So you find if you wear a pink, like a color combination of pink and maroon, like it's not, maybe it's not something someone would just think about wearing, but yeah, it's a bit muted than someone wearing, let's say, blue and yellow. Like you see, it's very bold, very shouting. So it just depends also with the kind of person you are. There are people who are very bold, there are people who are very minimal. Yeah.
Wow. Yes, and if you're still there and you are following us, we are talking about fashion in marriage. How do you dress in marriage? I mean, do you just wake up and unachukua tu nguo and you go? No, that's why I am having Julie to help us know, even as we start the year, how we need to dress. And this is Couples Will Show, and this is where we write down our love with, well, we are alive, for we don't want our love story to be read when we are gone. And even when it comes to dressing, it matters a lot. And so let's continue having this conversation. So how do we dress in different occasions? In February, we'll be having Valentine's. How should I dress?
Depends, where are you going? Are you going for like dinner at a fancy restaurant? Are you having something at home? You know, it really determines like where you're going. Because you find like, let's say if you're going for dinner there are some restaurants that restrict, like you have to dress a certain way for you to enter. So I'd say for dinner, it's those clothes that maybe you don't really wear, maybe to church or to like gatherings or something, just something intimate, romantic, something like with sequins, lace, like just something that brings out the occasion, like brings life to the occasion. And the other thing is you find if there's a dress code, it's very important. Yeah, because let's say if there's I've heard you're organizing a
couples dinner.
A dinner, so I'm guessing you'll have a dress code.
Yes.
So those are the things you look at before you go out. Yeah.
Let's talk about we are going for a family gathering, and we are traveling to up country. How should one dress?
I would say, first of all, is comfort. Because, you know, for family gatherings, you're with your people. So you just need to be comfortable. You don't have to wear 6-inch heels when you're in a family gathering. You just wear something comfortable, something modest as well, because I would imagine your parents are also there, your kids are also there. So you just wear something that you're comfortable and something that is modest. But at the same time, it shouldn't be just plain, because, you know, modesty has been really associated with being plain, like just something boring and long. But you can dress it up. You can dress up like very simple clothes to elevate your look. Yeah.
So we need to consider these things as we go to up country. I've had some ladies who have had fights with the in-laws because you've gone up country wearing a trouser.
Well, I think it also, you know, it's a very thin line. I don't see there's no problem with wearing a trouser, but where you're going, you know, it's the place you're going, you know, like maybe the culture there doesn't allow them to, or it doesn't advise maybe the women to wear trousers, so you want something presentable, something modest. So also where you were brought up, it's really vital, and it's also like a remembrance of your roots, you know, so you shouldn't just go there just because, yeah, I know it's something that you're used to doing, but it's also good to factor in who are around you and how can you like blend in with the people well. So modesty, I would say it's the key thing to just factor in. And if it's not trousers that they want you to wear, you can consider wearing, it's for a short time. So the main thing to consider is just like where you're going, and it will determine like the kind of clothes maybe you pack to go for that family gathering.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are people who have gone for interviews and everything was check. But
Except
dress code,
dressing.
yes. So how should one dress as you're going for an interview?
First of all, it depends with the industry. I'm in the fashion industry. We're a bit, you know, lenient on dressing. But like for more corporate careers, I would say like blue is a really good color to consider, like when you're going for interviews. You can do like a smart casual if you can't really fully do formal, but avoid jeans like when you're going for interviews. You know, it brings the perception of like not caring, because like these things are out there. If you search on the internet, like how do I dress for an interview, like you'll find a list of ideas of how you can dress. So sometimes it's seen as ignorance that you can't follow, like it's not said, but it's something that it's like common sense. Yeah. So I would say blue is a very good color to consider, and also between formal and semi-formal, which is like smart casual, like that's a good combination to do when you're going for an interview. Yeah.
Wow. There are men out there crying because of the way their women you dress in houses. How should they dress when they are at home?
So I would say people are different, couples are different, and there's also at what stage are you? I'm not a marriage expert, but like at what stage of the marriage?
You're talking from the perspective of someone who is in fashion and design.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would say loungewear. Loungewear is something that you can wear like indoors. You don't have to wear like promotion t-shirts.
Yes.
In the house.
AIDS kills.
Yeah, so I would say lingerie is very appropriate to dress in the house. Like you find like they're like wide-legged pants with maybe a kimono. Like, it's so simple, minimal, but at least it's like you've put effort, you know? Even like the things that you have in the house, it's just a matter of knowing the right things to pair them with, you know? Not like baggy. Like, you should just try.
Yeah.
Not all the time, like maybe sometimes you just want to be free because, I mean, you're in the house, but I would say loungewear is right now it's actually a trend in fashion, and people are even taking it outside the house. Like, you find people, have you ever seen people wearing pajamas?
Yeah.
Yeah, to like even the red carpet. So yeah, I would say loungewear it's a good way to start. Yeah, and also it also depends with what your man wants. Yeah, sometimes you can switch things up. Yeah, once in a while.
And now let's go to bedroom.
What about it?
So when you go to bedroom, how should one wear? Because these are some of the things that people are struggling with in marriages.
Yeah.
And you see, like the issue of dress code, you'll not find people coming out and speaking out, you know. And so you'll find a man, he's struggling the way the wife wears, and he can't come out and say, this is wrong, I don't like this. So how should they dress? And not only women, but also men. How should they dress in bedroom?
I think we need to start rolling out, the promotion t-shirts.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Because there are a lot of nightwear brands, even locally. Even when you go to the shops, like, you find that most women would complain, oh, they mostly make these things for like the smaller size, and us like bigger women, we don't get like the right fit. But right now, I don't think there should be an excuse for that. There are many brands out there that really advise women to, you know, dress. It's in the bedroom, so it's just you and your partner.
Yeah.
So it also helps to keep the passion alive when you also, you know, try a bit on your end. So there are many nightwear, like lingeries, like nightgowns. At least you should have, I think it's a wardrobe staple. You should have at least, okay, maybe 3 is a bit.
Right,
maybe like
sleeping with a jeans.
Yeah, I know the main thing people say, it's like comfortability, like, you know, I'm comfortable in this. But with nightwear, you find the fabric used, it's mostly like silk or satin, which is very soft to the skin. So it's advisable at least have 2 in your wardrobe. If you don't want to go all out, you can just have a simple a night dress with like the gown, you know, at least, it helps.
Yes.
Like psychologically also, it does help. Yeah.
Now let's talk about body shape. What should one consider while you're shopping for your clothes?
The shape.
Yes.
There are 5 main body shapes. So we have the rectangle.
Rectangle.
Yeah.
Rectangle.
So it's a rectangle. It's not entirely, but it's like the proportions of the body. So like the shoulders and the bust are almost equal to the hips. But then the waist is a bit defined. Not too defined, but a bit defined. So it's like, but we call it a rectangle. Yeah. So we have that. We have apple. So it's actually like how an apple looks like. So your top heavy, so like your bust is bigger than your hips, and maybe like your waist is actually bigger than the rest of the 2 proportions. Yeah.
That is apple.
Yes, or round. Then we have hourglass, the hourglass shape. I don't know if you've heard about it.
I've heard it for
Yes.
the first time.
Oh, okay. So it's similar to a rectangle, only that the waist is more defined in an hourglass shape. Then we have a triangle. It's like
Triangle.
this. Yeah. So like
At least I know
the
samosa.
yeah, the bust is bigger than your hips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we have an inverted triangle, which is like your hips is bigger than your bust. So you need to see like where you fall. So for example, if you are, let's say, an inverted, no, you pick one. Like pick one of those shapes. And
Apple.
Then, okay, for
Yes.
instance, apple. So you need to find clothes that draw attention from your waist.
From the waist.
Yes, because that's where it's like that's where you're biggest. So that means you need to find like clothes that, let's say, they have a detailed neckline. Maybe there's a pattern. You wear like low cut necklines. The bottom you wear like a darker color. So the main thing about body shapes is to bring balance, because balance is very important. Like when you look at a thing, when something is crooked, I'm not saying
Yeah,
let
I
it
get
not
you.
be get
Yes,
out
yes.
of context, but balance is important.
Mm.
So with a body shape, you try to bring balance where maybe where you don't feel comfortable, you highlight your other features. So for the round shape, you highlight maybe like your upper part or like your downer part, like, but you remove like attention from, let's say, your waist. So even the kind of prints you wear, if you're a round shape, I wouldn't expect, or maybe you wouldn't know, but you shouldn't wear like horizontal lines because it elongates the body. So you should wear something like with stripes, like going down, because it gives an impression of a slimmer body. It's all about like what the eyes see. And also like colors like black is a slimming color. So it also helps. Let's say if you wear like darker colors at the bottom, colored tops. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who should wear a miniskirt?
Who should wear a miniskirt?
Yes.
Out of all the shapes, I would say maybe hourglass or even a rectangle. But the rectangle shape, I would say you want to define the waist, because the waist is not defined, so you bring that balance. Yeah, for let's say an inverted triangle, you draw your eyes away from your bust, maybe downwards. So now you draw your eyes maybe to, let's say, whatever you're wearing at the bottom. So you'd find maybe you wear a flared skirt or something with pleats or texture, so that your eyes just go there and it removes the attention from the top. Yeah.
Now that you're here, there's something I've been suffering with. When I see a lady wearing a dress that is 3/4, it's up to here. Is that appropriate?
Yes, it is. I think it's mostly about how you dress it, really, because you can find some clothes that, yeah, they're long, but how you accessorize, because there's power in accessories. You can wear a very basic look, but you put on a bold chain or a bold belt, and it really elevates the look. There are so many styles out there, like even when you check the internet, like the maxi skirts, you'd find some of them are very accessorized differently. So if you wear something that long, I wouldn't expect you to wear something.
Not even long. It's neither here nor there.
We call that a midi.
A midi.
Yeah, a midi skirt. And
what should be the choice of the shoes?
The choice of the shoes, maybe some heels, like strappy heels or sandals. Don't wear maybe something closed. And also the top needs to be like fitted, because if it's midi, that means it's reaching here, and most of the times it's flared. So you need something like more fitted at the top. Maybe you can put on a blazer, you can put on a belt, like it will really change the whole look.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. And there's no way, I'm told that our time is up, but there's no way we can finish without talking about hair. There are these wigs. Let's talk about
which ones?
let's talk about hairstyles. Yeah.
So hairstyles, it's really dependent on the person, but also where you're going, the kind of people you interact with really also determines like the kind of hairstyle you should put. Like if you go to our office, I don't expect you to have a mohawk. It kind of doesn't look appropriate. So, but if you're in fashion, like, I mean, that's the thing, like you need to look fun and all that. But with hairstyles, I think also understanding your face shape, like what hairstyle suits my face better. Like for me, I feel like afros look better on me. If I do other hairstyles, it doesn't look well. So it's just to do research and to know, first of all, what kind of face do I have?
Yeah.
And so what kind of hairstyles can I put? Like it really, it's a small step, but it adds to the overall look of like how you're wearing, how you're dressing. Yeah, and even how you style your hair is really important. Also the colors, you know, the crazy colors.
Like which color is this?
This is blonde. Number 27.
Okay.
Blonde. Yeah. So me, I'm a bit like, I like experimenting with color, but you find there are people who are more reserved. They can only do black and that's it. And it's okay. So the main thing to just look at is my face shape, like which hairstyle will go. If I have a round face, like can I put lines or can I put like a more, you know, an updo? Yeah. So all these things are in the internet. Like you can just do your due diligence, just Google, you know, make Google your friend. You can get some of these things. But yeah.
Then when you plait your hair, how long should it take?
to remove it?
Yes.
Yeah, I know there are people who really, well, I would say depending on the hairstyle, especially let's say you're doing like lines, like Ghanaian lines, you find they come out really quickly. So that's like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And if you have a weave on, I know like most, I know that's where you're trying to say. It's good to let the hair breathe sometimes.
Asante.
Yes.
Thank you. You can say that again.
Yeah, you can let the hair breathe. And I think hair, you know, it might be a small thing, but it also adds to your overall confidence. If even you, when you get a haircut, like you feel different. Yeah. It's like your energy has shifted, like you feel lighter, you feel more confident or something. So it applies the same. So when you feel, sometimes even like with self-evolution or something, just changing your hairstyle can really improve your mood, can really improve like your state of mind. Yeah. So apart from like, you know, you've stayed with that hair for so long and it's itching and all that, it's advisable to change it at least on a monthly basis, but also depending on the hairstyle, you'll find some hairstyles can go up to 6 months, but there are washes in between. That's the keyword, washes in between. Yeah. Because
there are some men who are having sleepless nights, not because they are writing down their visions, but there's a hair somewhere.
Yeah, but it's also good. They can get their allowance and get their hair done. Okay. I'm just saying.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
it's good to at least monthly even have a wash. It helps even like health-wise for your scalp, and also for your overall look and feel. Yeah, it elevates it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm told that our time is up. And I want to thank you so much for coming. Yeah. I believe our viewers, they have learned something. Maybe you can give us your parting shot?
So I would say style is an identity. How you dress, how you wear every day, it really boosts your confidence and it really speaks a lot about who you are. So it's good to put in some extra work to at least look better and feel better. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
And looking forward to having you again.
Okay.
And now maybe we can talk about manners in marriage. So thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Yeah, we appreciate. Yes, and we come to the end of tonight's show. What is your take home? As we begin the year, there are some things we need to change. The way we dress up. You know, we need to dress the way we want to be addressed. And so this year, things are changing. And you know what? As we started the show, I talked about the couples will dinner. Yes, and it is happening on 12th February. It will be on a Saturday, so no one should miss this. We have great speakers coming in the show, you know, and our main guest speaker is Pastor Sue Munene, the Toa pastor. You know her? Yes, she will be in the house. The Musonyes, I know if you are a follower of Couples Will, you must have seen the Musonyes. They will be the MCs of the day. And Rosemary Njage will be in the house. Kwa hivyo muziki tutachapa vizuri. How can you miss such an event? And charges? Yes. Ni kama ni free tu kuingia. 3,000 per couple. Imagine, food inclusive, you know, drinks inclusive, a flower for every lady. Just 3,000. There's a number down there. You can call that number and reserve your seat. The moment we reach 100 couples, tunafunga. So do not be left out. Remember, 7th of February will be the deadline of making the payments. After 7th, you'll have to pay 4,500 Kenya shillings. So, chukua simu yako sahi, eka namba ya M-Pesa iko hapo chini, tuma 3K and your seat will be reserved. The venue is Verona Hotel. That is in Spamol, Ruiru, Thika Road. Exit 12 or 13 itakupeleka Spamol. That is before you get to Nibs College. That is where we will be. And Verona Hotel has a nice facility. So if you want to come and spend the night there, that is okay. After the dinner, you can take a room and you can spend the night there with your wife, with your husband. Tuonane 12th February, pale Verona for Couples Will Dinner. And I'll be in the house. Those who have been asking, where is Mrs. Undisputed? Come, you'll be able to see her that day. And so for now, it is a good night. God bless you. God bless your marriage. And remember, we were talking about fashion. And so as you come for this dinner, the expert ametuelezea vile tunavaa. Yes, tunafaa kuvaa. Yes. And the color theme is black and red. And you can have a touch of white. God bless you. Kwaheri ya kuonana. Love you all.